Hey guys, today is my 2023 kind of collection video. We're going to do it in chronological order of the ones I still have, and there'll be a little bit of an update as to, I might potentially be selling some Ballies, right? Okay, so anyways, without further ado, first one, the Andux Land trainer, right? Nothing special. This was my second trainer, I believe, my second ever Bally. It does basically whatever you need it to do, but it's nothing really special, But yeah, no, I really love this thing. It's like in G10, and I think there's aluminium or stainless steel on the edges here. Got this anodized in the middle, so it makes me believe that it's aluminium. Got this latch, which still works. It's quite nice. It's not super loud, which is nice. It's nice that you can flip it around. Also, pardon me, I'm a little bit under the weather. You can flip it around without lots of noise happening. But then after that, I guess we go on to this one, right? The CS:GO knife. This is red. I can't remember what it's called. Tiger stripes, I think, something like that. Maybe I'm thinking of Call of Duty, but this thing weighs about the same as 7 boats. It's a false edge. This is a false edge, but I think it looks pretty cool. Got this from Poland. As you can see, it's got like no real tip, but you could very much sharpen this. I mean, it's not got much of a blade. It's not got much of a blade, right? If it'll focus, it won't focus. But anyways, not much. It's not very thick at the tip, so it's very easily sharpenable. Yeah, so this thing is absolutely lovely. I mean, it's more of a display piece, right? Yeah, you put it somewhere and you look at it, and it's just kind of nice to have CS:GO, right? Curved handles don't really flip super well, but I guess it's kind of part of my collection, and we do love it. Then we move on to this, which is, I think, the Marcolo trainer, right? I still managed to get this. I've got this modded to have... Thank you, police. I've got it modded to have the pocket clip removed, and so that the pin still works, and, Oh yeah, I haven't been showing tolerances. You've got... This has literally nothing. A little bit of wiggle. But for a first trainer, that's absolutely solid. This, it rattles, but that's not what these are for. The play is actually not horrendous, as well. So, and then obviously on this, I've not got it tightened all the way down, but there's a bit of tap. And then, but this thing flips lovely. I can't even lie. This thing is a very neutral to very slight handle bias. That's not what I meant to do. And I think out of all the cheap trainers, right, like dirt cheap, it actually has not bad of a sound. And it's got that little ring, which I think is quite nice. But yeah, so that's that. And then after this, I actually went on to buy my Chab Clone, which I now have oiled up and cleaned up and whatnot. This thing's in very good condition. I mean, it's indestructible, right? I mean, look at it. But it's this thing's absolutely lovely. First live blade. Came stupid sharp. It's a little duller than it was from the factory at the moment. But I've taken good care of the blade though. I've had it oiled up. I believe it is very slightly tipped, but it's very much fixable. Yeah. I could, in fact, I probably will retip this myself, because it's not a big deal. Right, it's a very good flipper, tolerance-wise. There's like some wiggle, but that's about it, right? In fact, there's actually very little wiggle. This kind of feels like my Prisma, I can't lie to you. And then that's the plate. That's very good, my word. Yeah, or you can do the wiggle test right like that. That's what it's supposed to sound like. It's got this ring that's honestly quite nice, as long as you're flipping, you know, within kind of reasonable hours. I do really like this thing though, with this blade, and obviously you've got these handles here. It's a brilliant design. It's not super heavy, although it's not super light either. You know, it's kind of wishy-washy. And then we've got the Orca clone, which review coming on this thing. But heads up, this is probably one of my most picked up trainers. Picked up knives in general. I think for something that's made of G10 and titanium, this thing sounds absolutely nutty. It does literally every trick you throw at it. I can't think of a single trick that I can't do on it. I'm even learning to do like, okay, I didn't even get that in frame. Lovely, like that kind of reverse vertical chaplain. No, this thing's absolutely lovely. Tolerances wise, there's like a little bit of tap, although I can probably tighten it and it'll go away. But I'm not too bothered about a little bit of tap, just because, I mean, take a look at the amount of space you have in there, right? There's like not a lot of space, so tap's not a big deal. And then play wise, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, you can tune that out as well. And ooh, actually, between this and this, ooh, I don't know. These two are quite close for me in terms of which sound I prefer, right? Like, I really like this sound, but this has a really metallic sound. But I think this is probably one of the greatest knives you can buy. It's not super expensive, you know, and it's just brilliant. And then next up in the collection, which you've almost definitely seen by now, we have the Prisma, which has been pretty much my daily go-to flipper. Easily the best thing I own. I mean, tolerance wise, I can feel it vibrating. That's probably just because of how long it is, but it doesn't really wiggle. That's the play. That's less than a mil. Okay. I mean, look at that. That is just a gorgeous sound. Easily my favorite knife in the collection. I mean, just look at the colors. Just my word. But yeah, this is probably my favorite. Easily. And it's also my longest knife. It's like, oddly, yeah, it's my longest knife. And then we have the most recent addition to the collection, which is the Monarch V2 clone, which I'm not sure how I feel about yet, fully. I've only had it a couple days. But it's kind of, I don't know, it has good bits and bad bits about it, I guess, which will be coming up in the review, which I'll do later. It is very neutral, right? Oh, actually, speaking of which, I believe this is, you know, handle bias. Yeah, neutral / handle bias. This is very neutral, and this is, I believe, slightly blade. Yeah, and then this is also extremely neutral. If anything, it's got the teensiest bit of blade, which means flipping wise, I love how this thing flips. I think flip wise, it definitely flips better than my Chab, if we're comparing live blades, right? And I mean, just look at it, man. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. Props to JK for the design, obviously, and what's it, Handsome Metals. But my bad. Yeah, I don't know. It's also quite quiet, which I guess is a good thing and a bad thing. Tolerances wise, there's a bit of wiggle, but not really anything. That's better than my Chab. That's almost as good as my Prisma. Now, I'm not sure if I've broken it in yet, or if I just need new screws or hardware or something to make the sound better. The sound doesn't, I like it, but it also doesn't quite do it for me when you've got something like, you know, this here. But yeah, no, this, I do really like this knife, but I will have to probably be selling some of these. I do think I'll be selling everything from here left, and possibly even my Chab. my chab might be going as well. I might have to say goodbye to this bad boy here. But just pay attention to my Instagram at b.g1k, and you'll see what's for sale. These three will definitely be for sale. This will be also for sale. It'll just be the price and then post and packaging you also pay. But yeah, that's kind of my collection at the moment. If I were to do them, you know, blades out. You can have a nice little kind of wall of Balisongs. And this one's just like the odd one out. It's just huge. But that will be my collection, and that will probably be the thumbnail. But yeah, thank you guys for watching so much. You know, hope you enjoyed just my little overview of my collection. I don't have loads, but I have more than like the average person, right, or like the average beginner. You know, if I could only keep three, it would only be these three. It would be these two at least, and it would be one of these two, because I want to have a live blade. I like the utility of it. You know, even if I don't carry it around outside, I just use this as like a box cutter or something. It's nice to have like a proper knife though. And obviously this one, I think just visually is much nicer than this. And it also flips better. But this, I would say, is a nicer sound experience. But this you can flip late at night without disturbing people. So, I don't know. I'll decide as to what I like. But, yeah. You know, that's my 2023 Balisong collection. Peace.